Jeff, Zach, thanks for joining me.
What's
Hey,
going on,
Steve.
Steve?
Hey, what is going on is it looks like San Francisco downtown and office, which it was falling, has hit a bottom, is kind of coming out of it. Looks like we got a real recovery going in what was the worst office market. We're going to be talking about that. And hey, if you're interested in following real estate news, I'd also encourage you to visit our website, selectfincap.com, get on our free newsletter list, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't. But get into the headline news here. We're seeing demand really actually go up for San Francisco office from what's been a pretty nasty bottom. We saw, some property values decline like three quarters at the bottom of this thing. But some of the bounce back is being pointed at demand for artificial intelligence companies, which now lease close to 6% of the city's office inventory, and close to 30% of total lease deals in 2024 involved AI startups. And we're also seeing that um, among those that are in their office in the downtown SF, 68% are planning to increase headcount, 75% plan to increase their footprint over the next 12 to 18 months. And I think 79%, this is all from a KPMG survey, 79% said they are trying to bring employees back to the office more frequently, and they're increasing benefits such as happy hours and free food in order to get folks into the office. But some pretty actually positive news coming out of San Francisco after what was a pretty horrendous fall in office.
Yeah,
I mean,
I mean, look, this is kind of one of those, well, there's a couple points in here I think are kind of interesting, but the first one is, as everybody else in the country is requiring people come back to the office, so is San Francisco. So they've got to have the square footage for them to actually come back to the office too. As a result of being at the bottom, the only place you can go is up from there. So there may be some recovery in terms for occupancy. It's just a matter of what's the rate? What are they charging? Does it actually add any real value to the property? And the last one, which is kind of a joke to me, is AI. All these people are going to come back to create the infrastructure for artificial intelligence, only for artificial intelligence to take them out of a
take
job.
their job. Ain't that the truth? Well, I mean, the demise of office, I think, was greatly exaggerated. Jeff, you're
Agreed.
right. If you're at the bottom, you can only go up. And, let's be honest, everything runs in cycles. No matter how bad the cycle gets, it will always reverse and always swing the other way. So, it is bad that it took this long to hit a bottom, and it was a very rough bottom to find. But they found it and they turned it around. New things came in. Silicon Valley, San Francisco, big tech. I mean, as much as they might have dislocated from where they work, either working from home or moving somewhere else, there's always a footprint there. And so there was always going to be people that are coming back to an office, and there's always going to be a next big thing where they're going to continue to need more office. So, um, the surprising thing is all of that happened, as far as I can tell, without a change in regulation or making San Francisco more business friendly. They kind of looked at some of those policies. It probably could have come back sooner and maybe even stronger. That's kind of my only comment.
Yeah, and I would just say, San Francisco office market, it's not for the faint of heart, and it's not for those without deep pockets. It's still, a very expensive market, even even with some amazing falls in value. Um, and yeah, the investment in AI is real. Amazon, announced that they're going to spend 100 billion mostly on AI this year. You got similar numbers coming out from companies like Facebook or Meta. 100 billion there, 100 billion there, and pretty soon you're talking real money. But they haven't gotten a return on that investment. So, I would just say anybody getting in that market realize that you're still playing with some risk and some volatility, especially when you're betting on one sector that so far, I have great hopes for AI, but so far it's not generating a return, and CapEx can get cut as well easily as it could get increased. San Francisco, beautiful place, but as Zach pointed out, there's some underlying issues that still haven't been addressed here. So to me, it's an interesting market, but it's one where I'd want to have deep pockets and a high risk appetite to be playing in it.
And the
Sure.
other side of that, just as just one final thought, it just dawned on me that maybe there's just a dislocation of office compared to residential availability, and maybe there's just too much office, too much commercial instead of where there's some form of lacking residential that's overly expensive for anybody else to want to actually come and live there. I don't know, for me at least.
Yeah, yeah, no, good points. And San Francisco really has always been an outliner in terms of just how bad it got and the nature of its recovery, and it's gotten more than its fair share of headlines. But I think it's best looked at as a bit of an outlier. AI is not going to be driving a rebound in other office markets to this extent, nor did other office markets get hammered as much as San Francisco did. So I think it is just important to keep in mind that old saying with real estate, location, location, location. Well, location matters, and it's kind of a unique location with some unique dynamics in the SF market. Okay, thanks for the insights, guys. Hey, hit us up with some comments. Click like if you enjoyed the video. Let us know what you'd like to hear more about. Visit our website, selectfincap.com. Get on our free newsletter that will also give you a look at exclusive commercial real estate investment opportunities. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks, Steve.